Hey everyone, welcome back to Chart Stoppers. Before we get into today's stock, I just need to remind everyone that this channel is about looking at different stocks and mapping out their key support and resistance areas on their daily charts. Also, we will be identifying any trends the stock is in and any key technical patterns we can find on the charts. Don't forget this channel is for educational purposes only, and I am not advocating to buy or sell any of the securities talked about on this channel. But I am here to point out key factors on the charts that do impact the price action of a stock. Also, I provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use it to start an account and you will get 2 free stocks. And don't forget, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so let's take a look at the market today. Today is December 7th, 2021. It is Tuesday. You can see here we are having a big day in the market today. The S&P 500 is up over 2% at 2.07%. The Dow is up 1.43% today, and the NASDAQ is up huge today, over 3% at 3.07%, as you can see right here on the screen in the upper left-hand corner here. Okay, so big day in the markets today. Finally, we are having a nice green week. It looks like the selling pressure is ending here that we've been seeing in the past couple weeks. And hopefully, we go into the Christmas holiday with some upward pressure on the market. So hopefully everyone's having a good day and a good start to your week. So let's get into the stock I wanted to take a look at today. Today I'm going to be looking at Tesla. I haven't done an update on this one in a while, and I wanted to cover it today. So on the day, Tesla is currently trading at $1,049.68 at the time of this recording. It is up 4.06% today. In the past week, Tesla is down 9.5%. And in the past month, Tesla is down a little over 10% also. And in the past 3 months, Tesla is up 41.89%. So it's been a very good past 3 months for Tesla stock here. In the past year, this stock is up 73.6%. So also, it's been a good year for Tesla and a good 3 months. But, the past couple weeks have not been good, as you can see from the chart here. And we're going to get into that. First of all, I just wanted to say here, looking at my chart, you could see, I might have my chart a little bit different than yours at home. As you can see, I do have a channel that I have my chart in on the daily chart. You can see I drew a parallel channel that, I have Tesla stock trading in. You might not have that on your chart at home. This is not a confirmed channel. As you can see, the bottom trend line is confirmed. We can confirm that right here. That is been support going back to March of 2020 here, where the trend did start. But this top channel, this top trend line, this top resistance line that I have marked here is not confirmed yet because we only have 2 touches off of that line so far. So I just put that in because that's what I think Tesla is trading in. I think it is trading in this parallel channel, as you could see as I zoom it out here. I think it's going to be trading in this channel here. But it is not confirmed yet, as we're going to need one more touch off this top resistance line to confirm that. But this is just my idea, so I'm just going to go with that on this video here. So, if you guys don't think that's what it's doing, no problem. But that's the way I think this stock is trading, so I'm just going to go with that for my video here. But going with the chart here, you could see Tesla has a 52-week high of $1,243.49, and we'll zoom in here. You could see it hit that on November 4th of 2021, so that was about a month ago. And ever since it hit that, it's been on a little bit of a downtrend here. You could see it's been selling off a little bit ever since hitting that 52-week high. But as I said, right before hitting that 52-week high, this stock was on a huge run up. It was on a nice uptrend, and then all of a sudden it broke out here around this $880 mark. That was a key level on our chart, and you could see from my chart I only have a couple support and resistance lines marked, and we'll go over those right now. Around $570 is where there is key support for Tesla stock. Around when we had that correction in March, this is where the stock bottomed out at, around $570. So when we saw it drop from its former all-time high, which was around that $900 mark, which was right here, where it was trading back in January. That's where it topped out in January, and then it fell all the way from $900 to that $570 mark. That was a key support level that we saw earlier this year, and then it recovered nicely from there, turning around in May, and then it started on that nice trend line where it resumed trading on back in earlier in 2020. You could see it had a break from that trend line when it did hit those all-time highs here. It had a break off that trend, and then it resumed on that trend line sometime in May there. Okay, but then once we got to around that former all-time high, we had that breakout here. Okay, and that's when the stock really took off. That was when they signed that deal with Hertz just recently. That was in around November. So once we saw that break through the all-time high, the stock just really took off here. You could see once it broke through that former all-time high, it jumped up. FOMO started kicking in. People were buying in left and right, and it jumped from the $900 mark all the way up to that new all-time high of $1,243. And then ever since hitting that, we've been on this little bit of a downtrend. As you could see, I have marked on my chart here with this red trend line. And we've sort of been following that ever since. And it looks like we are going to follow that all the way down to our trend line again, where we have this little bit of a gap to fill in right here on our chart. And that gap is between $910 and $944.20. So it looks like we're headed down to fill that gap in. We also have that support line around $881 where I have that marked on my chart. That was where the breakout happened. So we know once a breakout happens, we have the big run up, and then we'll usually have a pullback where the stock gives back most of its gains to where the original breakout happened. So it'll usually break out, and then it'll pull back to where the original breakout happened. So that's going to be around where that $900 mark is, or that $880 mark is on my chart here. So I'm expecting it to follow this trend line here, fill that gap in, probably hit somewhere around this line here at $880, and then probably reverse off of my trend line here. So that's why I have this stock in a channel here, because you could see it hit nicely off of that top trend line here in my channel. So it's been following that nice support line on the bottom, and then it has perfectly hit off of that top resistance line on the top there. So that's looking nice inside the channel, and that's why I have that drawn out on the chart there. Alright, so I'm just going to throw the moving averages up on the chart, and we'll see what those are looking like. And as you could see from the moving averages, it looks like we are holding on to our 50-day moving average. As you could see, we fell below there yesterday briefly, but we were able to recover that 50-day moving average here in the blue. We fell below there, but we were able to close above there yesterday after briefly dipping below there, and then today we were able to get back well above there. Looks like we're still below our 8-day in the white and our 21-day here in the light blue, so we do need to work on those. Looks like those might act as resistance. As you could see, those are starting to follow my trend line here to the downside. As you could see, they're starting to curl to the downward side, and looks like those might act as resistance going forward. So those might follow us downward, act as resistance, and follow the stock all the way down to that bottom trend line here. And you could see our 200-day moving average here in the yellow acting as support for the stock as it's going up on this trend line here. Okay, so let's take a look at our weekly chart and see what we could find on there. And you could get a better look at this channel on the weekly chart. See how it's nicely inside that channel between our trend lines here, hitting off of the top and bottom here. And look at our moving averages here. You could see the 50-period moving average from our weekly chart in the blue here is acting as support all the way along this trend channel here on the bottom. That's been acting as support going back to February of 2020 here in the blue. That's our 50-period moving average. We also do have support from our 21-period moving average in the light blue. That's going back to, it looks like, of July of 2021. And it looks like just last week we fell below our 8-period moving average on our weekly chart. That was acting as support, but last week we dropped below there. So now this could be acting as resistance here in the white. Okay, so watch out for that, because if we trade up to that, that could be acting as resistance this week and the weeks to come. That might drag us down, start to curl over and act as resistance, and it might follow along our trend line also, dragging us all the way down to this point right here where it will probably reverse into the support and into our bottom trend line of our channel here. Okay, so keep an eye on that if it does start to reverse and curl over this candle. Okay, because I'm thinking that's going to act as resistance for us and in the next coming weeks here. All right, so that's my update on Tesla. That's about it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on. And I will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.